Hello, welcome back to Healing Your Story, the channel that provides you with mental health tips, tricks, and tough truths so you can get on your way of healing your story and becoming the author of your life. A reminder, my name is Britt. I am a licensed therapist and newly certified trauma professional, which basically means I'm a badass at healing trauma. Which gets us to our topic today, which is regulation skills and relaxation techniques. Okay, so regulation and relaxation skills. I use this with clients who are either going to process their trauma, struggle with anxiety or anger. Really anything that brings their distress to a point where they're going into the fight, flight, or freeze. Okay, so what are some regulation / relaxation skills? So first of all, relaxation skills is just getting relaxed in your body, right? Now regulation skills are having the ability to identify when you are at a high distress level and then using techniques to get it to a neutral state or slightly above so you don't get again into that fight, flight, or freeze, which is not going to help us, especially if we're trying to heal or get through anger situation or anxiety. So first tip / trick for you is to recognize that anger and trauma, mostly like flashbacks or a symptom of trauma, and anxiety cannot stay in a relaxed body. So the first thing I have clients do, or what you should do in a high stress situation, is go loosey-goosey with it. That was cute, I'm sure. But basically, it's just making sure that none of your muscles are tense in your body. So just loosey-goosey. Legs, arms, even your jaw, your eyes, all of it. Just try to get it as loose as possible. And then do some deep breathing with it. Alright, so the second thing I teach is a regulation skill. So basically, if you can start to notice that you're getting extremely triggered, angry, or anxious, what happens is your brain flips its lid and your prefrontal cortex, the logical part of your brain, cannot talk to your other part of your brain. Again, fight, flight, or freeze. So we can't have that, especially if we want to think logical or not cause more damage to the brain. So what I have people do is what we call grounding techniques. And what you're going to think about is your 5 senses. Now, this is a way for you to get out of that high stress part of your brain and realize your environment, right? So I have clients, usually in my office, think about 5 things they see, 4 things they hear, 3 things they can touch, 2 things they can smell, 1 thing they can taste. This is the quickest way to get you back to grounding. So if you're having difficulties getting grounded with the other 5 senses, what I want you to do is I want you to find 2 things. A thing that smells nasty, I mean like pulls you out like, what is that kind of smell, or a really nice smell that brings you relaxation, like vanilla when you're baking with your mother on Christmas morning. Those are the smells that I want you to find because they're going to bring you back to present thinking the quickest. Okay, so the last regulation skill / relaxation skill is called progressive muscle relaxation. I love this if you are experiencing a lot of like pent up energy, anger, anxiety, overwhelm, stress, etc. So what I want you to do is I want you to make 2 fists, and then also curl your toes, and I want you to squeeze as hard as you can for about 15 seconds and then let loose. You're going to want to do that about 3 times or until you're at a regulated state. Okay, so let's review our relaxation / regulation skills that we learned today. The first one I call is the loosey-goosey. Make sure your muscles are loose, not tense, and relaxed. The second is called grounding, which we use with our 5 senses. If you're having a really hard time coming back to the present, make sure you use your smell, something nasty or something good. And lastly, if you have a lot of pent-up energy that you need to let go, progressive muscle relaxation. Squeeze tight and let loose. Reminder, this is Healing Your Story. Thank you so much for watching. We're the channel where you get mental health tips, tricks, and tough truths so you can get on your way of healing your story and becoming the author of your life.